We are here at the Central Library in Los Angeles. That you would think a library is boring, but it's not. There is so much to do here. But first we got to get there. So let's get there first. We're here at Azusa Pacific Station. And we're going to take the Metrolink in to LA and go downtown LA. And it's going to cost us probably like $7 for an all-day pass. To get on the train. So here we are at the train station at the Azusa Pacific train station.
The A-Line train towards Pasadena, downtown LA, and Long Beach is now arriving. Please step back and allow customers to exit the train before boarding. Bikes and strollers should enter through doors marked with yellow decals.
We made it to downtown station 7 and Figueroa Street, and we're gonna walk for a little bit. And from there we can get to the library. It's always interesting walking in downtown LA. This used to be Engine Firehouse number 28, built in 1926. That's a pretty cool looking building. Yeah, 1912. Very cool. And now it's a magazine, Los Angeles Magazine says, and a cantina. Oh, that building has a fire escape over there. You don't see like that kind of stuff anymore. Of course, I don't know if I'd want to run down a building like that if there was actual fire. That would be kind of scary. Downtown center now. This is called Flower Street over here because this used to be where the farmers market was back in the day. Of course, there's no farmers market now except for
not here.
There's farmers market, but not here, not in this area. But that's where it used to be. That's why it's called Flower Street. And here we are at the Los Angeles Public Library, built in the 20s. Yeah, books invite all, they constrain none. And if you're a California resident, doesn't matter what city, you can get a free library card. They're open every day, pretty much 9 to 5 every day. So let's go check it out. The Art Deco for the library is just amazing. Wisdom, the ripest fruit of much reflection. That's what it says. In the world of affairs, we live in our own book of ages. We live in all ages. That's what it says out there. I am here at the library to look up some family genealogy. I'm actually going to look up New Galicia, which was the old name for a region of Spain back in the 1500s. And I'm hoping to find some family file names, so we're going to go over to the genealogy department, but we'll look at some art while we're there as well, so it'll be cool. This building is amazing. There's tile throughout the whole building, and it's just amazing. We're going all the way down to the 4th, down into the basement, down to the History Center, but there's so much art to be seen throughout the whole building. It's pretty amazing. There's 4 stories above and 4 stories below for a total of 8 stories in the library. So there's just so much to see. You definitely need help, so go to information. They'll tell you where to go. Made it down to the history section, which is pretty amazing because they still have a card catalog. So for those that are maybe younger watching, back in the day, you used to have to find things by card catalogs. And so this is how you would index books back in the day, is you would look this way. But what I'm here for is they have pretty much every last name that you can think of. And I'm going to look for the Pedroza name, which should be here in this one right here. So we're going to check that out. Was able to find my book, which was great. Unfortunately, there's a lot of people sleeping in the corners downstairs there. But the main thing is I was able to find some really interesting history to the Pedroza family, so I'll be adding that to my genealogy. So that was really cool.
Wonderland. And then along the back there's one the little Robin Hood, and another one of King Arthur pulling the sword out of the stone.
Okay.
And then along this wall,
Alibaba and the 40 Thieves, you said?
yes.
Yeah, I see it.
And then another one from Aladdin and the Lamp.
Oh.
And then there's, I forgot which ones you said were.
What's this fountain in the middle thing?
It is called the Lotus Fountain.
Oh.
In the tile. This was, and it was saved once again when they tore down the old children's library to make room for this 3-story expansion.
Yeah.
You know, they saved all of the, important architectural details. So it was saved from the 1930s.
Oh. So these are all the little tiles and stuff that were saved from that
from the children's courtyard.
Yeah. Isn't that a beautiful building?
Uh-huh.
Now it's the Torrey Pines Bank, but originally it was the Southern California Edison building. These buildings just mixed old with the new. What is that? 1925.
Yeah.
That's what it says.
He said 26. They probably started building it in
25.
and opened it in 26.
26. 2 owls on the side here. Pretty cool.
On this plaza.
Oh, the library doesn't own this plaza, huh?
It was originally a part of the library, but then, and it was originally a garden with fountains like this. That's how it was originally built. Not exactly like this, but similar to this. But then their library had no parking, and the librarians and everybody wanted parking. So in the 1960s, they tore out the original gardens and built a parking lot. Ooh,
okay.
Really boring asphalt parking lot. But then in the 1970s, and especially they needed more money, and so a developer, and they were getting ready to do the expansion, and a developer said, I will buy this land from you, this parking lot, so I can preserve the airspace, so I can build 2 of these skyscrapers. So this land right here is owned by a developer, and it's the airspace. You can't build anything up for it because it's making, that's weird how
Get a good front shot. This is a great front shot of the library here. Here.
Oh, the rules are complicated. I've heard about them before, but cities have rules about how tall you can build buildings so that the light comes down, and so the street gets light and air. And so if you want to build super tall buildings that are going to block out a lot of light and air, then you have to leave other blank spaces available. And so a developer bought this, what was a parking lot, and you can't build anything very tall now because it is providing the light and the air for these streets because these buildings are so tall. So it's a trade-off for these other buildings. And so the library, but now you gotta see this. This is called the spine.
The spine.
Art piece here, both from the spine of a body.
Yeah, or a spine of a book.
The knowledge, we're getting there. The knowledge of the head to the body, so the knowledge of the library out to the street. But also, yes, because of the spine of the book. So look at these cool stairs here. They start, the bottom riser is blank, before writing. And then we've got 2 risers and they're all copies of actual writings from somewhere in the world. And this is all prehistoric, so pre-alphabet writing.
Yes.
We looked up, he had a book just coincidentally. This is, happens to be one form of ancient Chinese, another form of ancient Chinese, but they're not made up. They're from actual documents that archaeologists have found, pictographs, cuneiform.
Yeah.
So the red ones here are all ancient, and then the yellow steps are writing. You recognize the Mayan up at the top right corner, the Arabic, all pre-printing writing systems. But now you got full books. We just don't have pictograms, we have full sets of writing. We
Uh-huh.
have Chinese over here.
Uh-huh,
we have
letters.
Latin. Yes. And then you go up these black stairs here are all post-printing press.
Oh,
Not necessarily printing
after
letters,
Gutenberg
but-
then.
Yes, after Gutenberg. Over here, awful stack of words on one
Mhm.
is a little phrase that comes from Mark Twain, and he had just bought a typewriter, and it's from the very first letter that he ever wrote, like typed out letter to his brother, talking about how the typewriter is going to work. So he says this typewriter produces an awful stack of words on one page, you know.
Okay.
All sorts of writing, not necessarily printing press, but even there's math here, but all post-Gutenberg. Braille and
Oh, this is more
shorthand.
modern
Yeah.
language here.
Modern. Braille, shorthand, and, you know, the digits of pi, and wingdings, and computer fonts, and modern math, and, you know.
Okay.
So, the spine of the stairs.
That's
and
cool.
Democracy
Fountain, you said, right?
Yes, this arched one here.
Alright.
And it has a quote from Frederick Douglass along the top. Power concedes nothing without a demand. It never did. It never will. And then the text of the 14th Amendment here inscribed. And according to the docent, they thought about first doing the text of the Magna Carta, but then they decided that the Magna Carta wasn't universal enough. It was just between the king and his nobles. And then they thought about some of the text between the Constitution, but then decided even that wasn't universal enough, because the Constitution excludes all sorts of people, especially at the time that it was written. And so they went with, instead of the main body of the Constitution, the 14th Amendment.
It says the bridge of privilege or immunity of the citizens, specifically without...
Well, up to the top. No one shall abridge, and citizens are naturalized in the United States. So the amendment that allowed. And of course, naturalization is all citizenship, universal citizenship is being attacked once again. But,
okay, let's say it again now.
Okay, and I also learned there are birds of paradise all over the library because the bird of paradise is the official flower of Los Angeles.
Okay, there you go. I did not know that.
I didn't know it till today.
Now we know, and they're in full bloom right now.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And
Well,
you
friends
can
of the
get,
library.
Used
Used, but not like this.
No, not like this.
Most libraries don't have such a big library store. At least this is the only original entrance to the library because of the fire.
The fire and just other remodeling they've done, and so,
this is
the gardens on that side, and then the major remodeling changed the other two sides, but this side remains.
This side is the original side, which is the back side. Bet you never saw one like that before. Give me a bean and cheese burrito if they have it. Cantina menu that's different. You can get a bowl, a chicken bowl. Interesting. Not to mention you can get alcohol here and whiskey. Is it good? It's Mexican pizza. Taco Bell is more controversial than I thought because there was a lady, one lady protest outside of the Taco Bell here. Oh, you gotta check out this building here. This is amazing. Door.
Fine Arts building from 1926.
1926 Fine Arts.
Same time as the library.
Yeah, that is a door. That's amazing. That's a cool door. We are now headed back into the metro now, and we are going to go over to Ontario to find some Argentine food. So let's head back that way. Yeah, it's also right next to a lot of people that are Hope you enjoyed this fascinating tour of the Central Library here in Los Angeles. It's totally worth a visit. Even if you're not doing research, I would come here and just check out the architecture, check out the gardens. There is so much to see here in the Central Library in Los Angeles, and it's all free. So come along, and I hope you enjoyed this adventure, and we'll see you in the next adventure. Thank you for watching.